Crazy.
I've got a serious question for you. It's about reconciliation. So sorry, I didn't prepare you for this one. And anyways, I'm just going to throw it out there. But, a lot of guys struggle. And I had a good confessor that really helped me. But, you talk about like seeing things in the world. And so some folks bring this stuff into the confessional. But when is it actually grave sin, and what has to take place there? I think I've received some good information on that, because we're going to see stuff, right? And it might be a fleeting thought, but if you give it away, and give it back to God and don't take action on it, right? You see where I'm going with the question? Am I making sense?
Oh, no, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, if we didn't have desires and weren't attracted to things physically that we see, I mean, there'd be no babies, know? So God gave you this. It's wonderful, but you can only go so far with things that are not yours. So, and then even with things that are yours, like if you're married, that doesn't give you permission to live like an animal within your marriage. You have to be dignified. You have to be respectful of your wife's body. There's certain things that go certain places and certain places they don't go. And so you've got to know, and you got to be informed. And a lot of men today do really struggle with lust, because we do live in this pornographic, filthy era where a mouse click away, you can see anything and everything, right? Yeah. And this is a great danger. And I have to say, as a priest here in confessions, I would say that's numero uno among the sins of men is lust and pornography and all the things that happen from pornography. So when you go to confession, obviously, like you said, thoughts throughout the day are going to come to your mind. If they're lustful thoughts, you just let them go. You don't entertain them. Don't dwell on them. Don't start thinking it out. You don't get
right.
That's when you're in the danger zone, right? Warning, warning, warning should be going off. And that requires discipline. It does. You have to control your will, your mind, your desires, your intentions. And the ascetical life, as you said, is very important, like fasting, living a disciplined life and everything. If you're a lazy bum and a slouch, good luck. It's going to be a tough go. So when you go to confession, right, it's fine to confess, what we call venial sins, the little ones, right, where you don't lose sanctifying grace. But confession really is made for the big ones when you do, like mortal sins, where you fall out of grace, And so those are the kind of things where you really have to know what you're doing. You have to kind of planned it out, so to speak, and thought about it. And then you just do it. You're like, the heck with it. I'm just going for it, man. Yeah. We all make mistakes sometimes that aren't premeditated and aren't really thought out. We're just weak and wounded. Like St. Paul says, right? My spirit's so willing, man, but my flesh,
It's true.
I mean, it's so true. You can come out of a holy hour, you're all spiritually jacked, and then you see something, you're like, Shazam! It's like, what just happened there? I was on my knees for an hour,
Right.
So
I think people need to hear this, though, because it's real and it's the truth. Yeah. And I think so many people struggle with it, but they need to know that God loves them. And they're not, that's a trick of the darn devil, trying to get in there and put a wedge between your mind and your heart and mix you all up. And